Now, everything you watch tells you what not to eat and drink. But what if I told you that there's something you can drink that is delicious, that can be actually even considered dessert, and it will improve your ability to get and stay stiff while actually even improving your blood pressure and cardiovascular health. And better yet, it is organic, God made it, and it's easy to find. Now, this stuff is truly nature's Viagra. I call it liquid black. It's so easy to use and to get your hands on, right? So the Aztec ruler Montezuma is rumored to have drank about 50 cups of this stuff a day, where he actually took it and mixed it with spices to satisfy his many concubines and wives. And for modern science, the story of this drink actually starts back in the 1990s with the Kuna Indians. Now, after observing their kind of unbridled passion and their way of life, researchers discovered how they integrated this drink into their lives and lived longer than us. And none of them had hypertension or high blood pressure or heart disease, right? And as these people aged, they actually enjoyed themselves like we did. You know, they ate tons of salt like we did. Some smoked tobacco. And scientists discovered that it wasn't anything genetically different about the Kuna Indians. And in fact, the only thing they did differently, now come closer, was that they drank 5 cups of nature's liquid black every day. Now, notice how this story really starts with a discussion about the cardiovascular health, right? Because heart health and erectile health go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other because blood is pumped from the heart to all the tissue within the body, especially the erectile tissue. So as you become less active, say as you're aging and your testosterone levels decrease, the blood flow to the erectile tissue actually even starts to decrease. The blood vessels weaken, they start to produce less nitric oxide, and the penile tissue atrophies or shrinks. And then, boom, the stiffness just isn't as stiff as it used to be. And as a matter of fact, I have a video on how to prevent and reverse shrinkage here. So make sure you check that out. Because as you know on my channel, I help you prevent and recover from the inevitable. In fact, I actually encourage you to age in reverse. So check out this video right here. Because it doesn't have to be your story. And while you do that, actually subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 1 million subscribers while I continue to give you this groundbreaking information that you absolutely cannot get anywhere else. Now, when it comes to erectile function, in order to see drastic improvement, I mean mega changes, you need improved blood flow. You have to have it. You need healthier arteries and veins, and you need stronger pelvic floor control. You need a blood pressure that works for you. You need for the cells or the endothelium to be repaired. You have to decrease your anxiety, and your erectile tissue needs exercise. Well, okay, so I know that sounds like a lot, but this one drink that you can start your day off with could actually potentially impact at least 4 of those things that I just mentioned, 4 of those core transformations that need to happen in order for you to stiffen up. And that magic drink is cocoa. So what were the Kuna Indians of Central America drinking? They were drinking 5 cups of flavonoid-rich cocoa, about 900 milligrams a day of cocoa. Now, that's not Nestle's hot chocolate. This is not that Hershey's syrup that they trick us into thinking is black gold. This is cocoa. Cacao, as some people say, ground up and made into a savory liquid black drink. Now, cocoa beans are one of the richest known sources of flavonoids, and the proanthocyanins are actually what makes real cocoa bitter. And when cocoa is being made into most of these American forms that we enjoy, this chocolate, after they cook it and after they heat it, a lot of those flavanols are lost, and with it, so is the benefit. Then, of course, American manufacturers, they get even worse with it. They add tons of high fructose corn syrup and emulsifiers to keep it smooth and sweet. But that stuff will actually destroy the lining of your blood vessels and impact your blood pressure. So don't rush out and get that stuff. And if you stay till the end, I will take you through a step-by-step process of how to make this simple, delicious drink that I call liquid black. Now, why is Flavanol-Rich cocoa or cacao even powerful? And how can it help you stiffen up? Well, let's kind of get into it, because every blood vessel in your body is lined with endothelium. It's a specialized cell that makes nitric oxide and really helps determine the age of your blood vessels. Are your blood vessels wide open? Are they the blood vessels of a 20-year-old and they expand and contract normally, or are they that of a 90-year-old? Well, these vessels expand and contract, dilate and vasoconstrict to get blood flowing to the erection. And most gentlemen with ED have endothelial cell dysfunction. The impairment of the endothelial is an early event in the development of heart disease, and you'll notice it in your erection. A study actually looked at 15 healthy subjects who drank Flavanol-Rich cocoa and saw blood flow improve at hour 1, hour 2, 3, 4 hours after they drank it, comparable to changes seen after taking a nitrate-rich supplement or drinking a nitrate-rich smoothie. Now, scientists followed 21 healthy subjects for 2 weeks, and that thing showed improved blood flow measured in the brachial artery, and it happens fast. So also smokers, gentlemen who have smoked and have erectile dysfunction, are really hard to treat, because that smoking literally destroys the lining of the blood vessels and the ability to make nitric oxide. Flavanol-Rich cocoa was actually found to improve the blood vessels' ability to dilate and open up, improved platelet function, so less risk of blood clots, and they saw an increase in what's that thing we love so much? Nitric oxide production, all by drinking a simple Flavanol-Rich cocoa drink. In fact, 101 men, listen to this, 101 men with ED, erectile dysfunction, were given a cup of cocoa with a mix of spices and chilies. Every night they drank it for 12 weeks, and after 12 weeks, the gentlemen with mild ED had 79% improvement. The ones with moderate ED showed 83% improvement, and the ones who had severe, 67% improvement in their erectile dysfunction. Now, with all those chilies and spices, I'm not sure how these guys were able to sleep without getting a little reflux, but their erections were stiff nonetheless. Now, the benefit of cocoa or cacao has been studied on really sick patients, ones who have uncontrolled diabetes, so you'll message me about that, end-stage renal disease or kidney disease, congestive heart failure, hypertension, and study after study finds that after drinking Flavanol-Rich cocoa, it improved blood flow. Now, here's what you do. You get a quality high flavanol cocoa powder. Not Nestle's, not Hershey's. Take a scoop of the mix and put it into a mug full of really warm water, hot water. Mix it around and let it dissolve. Next, add a teaspoon of raw honey, raw and pasteurized honey. Now, you know that's liquid gold. It's packed with zinc, antifungal properties, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties, and glucose regulating properties. So it helps with blood sugar. Then you have your cup of liquid black. Stir it up and enjoy. And for those of you who are caffeine sensitive, meaning that caffeine makes your heart race or it makes you nauseous, you could actually use half a scoop. This stuff will give you energy and help you heal potentially your blood vessels and your blood flow issues. Now, too much of it, though, could make you anxious. So really, honestly, beware. Pay attention to your body, because what's right for Bob may not be right for you. And listen, cocoa has been shown to help lower blood pressure, improve vascular function, make blood clump and clot less easily, reducing platelet aggregation and adhesion, and having anti-inflammatory properties, all packed up into one nutritious drink, and improving glucose and lipid metabolism. It is important to note that these positive effects have been found in healthy people and in sick patients with hypertension, with diabetes, and smokers, and patients with established heart disease and heart failure. But of course, ask your doctor before you try anything new. And you might ask, how is this happening? Well, nitric oxide production seems to improve, and the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects work together to make this stuff truly nature's VIAGRA. In the summer, nature's VIAGRA is the watermelon. In the winter, it's liquid black containing high flavanol organic cacao, or cocoa as you want to say it. So subscribe for more all-natural solutions for men's health. I'm Dr. Rachel. I love you. Boom! I'm out.